everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video, but this is the start of my adventure to Montana on my hunting trip to go hunt with my buddy, the Adventure Cowboy channel. And you can see by the scenery here, I just left the house. We're still in the hills in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee. It's 8:20 in the morning Central Time. Got a little bit later of a start than I planned, but I was up till 2:30 in the morning getting stuff ready, triple checking, packing everything, making sure I had all the ammo, and then I filmed videos in the middle of the night and edited them, so you guys will have some videos coming out while I'm on my trip. All this stuff's going to be posted after I'm hunting, obviously, because I got to edit it, and I'm not going to edit while I'm up there. I'm just going to have a good time, soak it all in, and yeah, do some hunting. But leaving the house, headed to Montana, make a couple stops along the way. Is from my house to up there is supposed to be 27 hours of driving. I'm gonna stop, visit some folks on the way through, probably break it up into 3 days, drive a Saturday, Sunday, and then finish up the drive on a Monday. But hey, I'm on the road. It's gonna be a fun trip.
Paducah.
Well, I just stopped somewhere in the middle of nowhere in Kentucky and got some gas. Been driving past a lot of flat cornfields. I've probably seen 20 dead deer on the side of the road, but now I think I'm in like the land of the lakes area. A little bit more hills and trees right here, but get back on the interstate with a full tank of gas. Hopefully make some good time. Y'all say a prayer for me. I am driving through Illinois. I did not look at the
Police
map.
reported ahead.
Police reported ahead. That's great. I did not look at the map to see what states I was going through. I just said I'm gonna put the address in there and then we're gonna go. Illinois is one of the states I'm not trying to be in. But y'all say a prayer for me. I'm gonna do the speed limit. Much love to all my people in Illinois. No offense, but we're gonna get through Illinois and on to the next state. There's a shot of Illinois right now. Wherever this is, Illinois, it's real flat, and they had some snow here. Cornfields empty, already picked. In St. Louis, see the arch over there. Glad to be getting out of Illinois. One thing that's crazy about Illinois, look, the gas prices. So Tennessee, gas was like $2.10. Kentucky, gas was like $2.20. You get into Illinois, $2.80 to $2.90 a gallon. I go across the Mississippi River, and now $2.20 again. Literally, in Illinois, the gas prices are 60 cents higher per gallon. That makes no sense. It's the same gas, people. When you cross the bridge in Illinois, it says our gas is 60 cents higher per gallon. That's nuts, y'all. But hey, I'm in Missouri, on my way to Montana. Hey, so I stopped to get gas somewhere in Missouri, and I am checking the gas mileage on this van for the first time. So I didn't show the car in this video yet, but I'll show you the van here in a second. But this is a 2004 Honda Odyssey we bought the other day. And I got to thinking, you know what? If I drive the big black Excursion, that's going to cost us a lot of money in gas. And then I just checked the miles per gallon on this one. The black Excursion gets 10 miles a gallon. This van, and this van gets 27 miles a gallon, and that's booking it down the interstate. So this van is gonna save me a whole lot of money in gas. Pay for itself, really. This is an old car, but that's pretty hilarious. This van's getting almost 3 times the miles per gallon, so that's awesome. Good decision to drive the minivan and not the big monster truck. Let's just hope we don't get stuck and we would have needed 4-wheel drive or something, but it looks like the weather should be good. Shouldn't be much snow or anything, so loving this minivan. and the gas mileage. Here's the van I'm driving. You see me coming down the road, holler out, "WHOTEEWHO!" I'll come over and say hey. But yeah, this thing's getting a lot better gas mileage than a big Excursion. Well, sun's going down on me in Kansas. Here's the sunset. And yeah, almost stayed the night in Kansas. I did 9 hours today from Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Missouri, staying in Kansas. I don't even know what states I'm driving through, to be 100% honest. I just put in, yeah, Montana, and my phone's telling me where to go. So that's how I roll. I don't get all crazy about planning, but drove 9 hours tonight, staying in Kansas. Do a bunch of driving tomorrow, drive till I get sleepy. Should be pretty cool. Hey everybody, how you doing? Today's a new day. This is Sunday. We are on the road. I've been driving for 3 hours already, and I had the most sleep last night I've had in forever. I literally slept for 9 hours, but that's incredible. So now I feel like I got tons of energy. Anyways, I am in Iowa. We're about to roll through Sioux City. I say we, it's just me, one person, but look at this, man. You just see forever, okay? Iowa. We passed a bunch of cornfields, and I didn't even know I was coming through Iowa. I'm just going where the phone tells me to go, right? My uncle told me last night, he said, well, I stayed in Kansas. He said, well, which way did you take to come up here? I said, whichever way the phone told me to go. He said, what interstate did you take? I don't know, man. I just turned where it said to turn. He said, well, what way you going to Montana? I said, whatever way that the phone tells me to go. So I didn't even know I was going to come through Iowa. But yeah, I'm in Iowa. And yeah, I don't know where we're going next, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up driving all the way across South Dakota. But I'm going to drive till I get tired tonight, stay somewhere random. Because my wife made me promise I was going to stay somewhere. I told her I was just going to sleep in the car on the side of the road or whatever, take a nap. But, you know, you guys know I'm cheap. I hate spending money anywhere. But yeah, I'm just driving all day. We're not in Tennessee no more. Tennessee, you be seeing hills and woods. There's some trees out here, but there's not a lot of trees. Where's all the trees, man? Tennessee, we hunt in the woods. Well, at least me, anyways. But yeah, Iowa, different country out here. I'll be driving all day. I don't know where we're gonna stop next, but see what happens. It's gonna be a good day. All right, I got through Iowa, and now I'm driving through South Dakota. The land in South Dakota is a little bit more interesting than Iowa. South Dakota, it's like rolling hills of farmland. Iowa was more just, but it's still kind of depressing to look at least this time of year, because, well, one, it's a super cloudy day, so it's gloomy, but all the cornfields are already picked. So it's nothing but just looking at everything looking like dead, picked cornfields. So it will probably be a lot prettier to look at when you're looking at miles of green corn instead of just a whole lot of nothing. But I'm about to drive the whole length of South Dakota, east to west, and I don't know. I may stay in Rapid City tonight, or I may just keep on driving depending on how tired I'm feeling and all that. But actually, there's a Cabela's, so I'm gonna stop at Cabela's, take a look real quick. I think it's called like Millerstown or Millersville or something, or I may be completely wrong, but I think I'm gonna stop at the Cabela's over here in South Dakota somewhere. Still driving. I don't know if I said it. It's a 27-hour drive from my place to where we're going in Montana. So 27 hours drive. Yeah, buddy. I stopped in Mitchell, South Dakota at this Cabela's. I don't know if you guys can see it behind me, but every Cabela's has like a statue out front of it, and this one has pheasants. South Dakota's kind of known for pheasant hunting, but pretty cool to see these pheasant statues. I guess that's a coyote chasing some pheasants, but yeah. I'm gonna go into this Cabela's and just see what they got. I've always been a lot bigger fan of Cabela's over Bass Pro Shops. I don't know about you. I know they're like the same company now, but Cabela's normally has more cool animals and stuff to look at. But Mitchell, South Dakota, Cabela's, about to check it out. We don't have Cabela's in Tennessee, so it's kind of a treat to check out a Cabela's. Check out these elk. That's pretty wild. This one got all kind of stuff. There's mule deer up there. Pretty cool. And this one, there's a bear over there. This one actually has a ton of elk. There's one there. Every single post in this whole store is elk. Elk. Pretty cool. Alright, so I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, South Dakota, and they got these crazy windmill things that you see on TV. I have never seen that before in my life, but it's pretty trippy. Check that out. Anybody of y'all have ever seen those? I have never seen them except for on TV. Out here in South Dakota in the middle of nowhere, they got these giant windmills right along the interstate. That's some pretty cool stuff. Suckers are just spinning. They got them everywhere out here. Alright, so I made it to the hotel. My wife booked me Holiday Inn in, what's the name of the city? Spearfish. I think it's called Spearfish, South Dakota. I'm whispering because it's kind of late and I don't want to wake people up, but here's a quick look at my hotel. Nothing too crazy, just what you would expect, but in my packing, I just kind of threw things together, so I actually just took everything out, put my clothes in this small bin, and then put all my hunting gear in this bigger bin. And I actually looked at the rifles to make sure that the scope turrets were back to 0 for 100 yards. I was literally just thinking I would do something squirrel-brained like that, because last I shot that we were shooting at 1,000 yards, and you know what? The scope turrets were still dialed for 1,000 yards, so it's a good thing I checked it, because yeah, that would not have been good. Try to shoot a deer at 200 yards and have this scope on the 338 turn to 1,000, shoot way over that sucker. So I'm glad I thought to double check that, because I might not have before. But yeah, tomorrow I'll be finishing the drive up to Montana, meeting up with Clayton, Adventure Cowboy, and then the plans are for us to go head out Tuesday morning, I believe, chasing after some critters. So finish the drive to Montana tomorrow. And this is actually, I literally did not look at the map. I just, like I said, follow where my phone goes, and I just drove through Sturgis. I didn't know I was going to go through Sturgis, but yeah, so that would be fun to bring the motorcycles up someday, even if it wasn't for the rally. You know, I really could care less about the rally, but it's more seeing the sights and stuff. I'd just soon not go to the rally and be around, you know, the trash and all the people and all that, whatever. But should have some good scenery for us to check out tomorrow. The last 3 hours I was driving here in South Dakota was in the dark, so more footage tomorrow. Finish up the drive to Montana. Hey, so I'm back on the road again. This is Monday morning. Started my drive on Saturday. Stopped with family. Spent the night. Well, and that was in Kansas. Spent the night in South Dakota. Spearfished last night. And I can definitely tell you, the sun's coming up now. It is definitely a type of land that I have never seen before. At least not since I was like a baby. I can't remember, but it's like rolling kind of hills so far, and you can see like a super long ways. Let me show you the direction I'm headed right now. So probably it's hard to see on camera, but like in the distance there's some bigger mountains and hills, but definitely a type of land, or how about a big word? Topography. Somebody said that's not a big word, but anyways, definitely different type of land I've never seen before with my own eyeballs, so pretty cool. I got about another 7.5 hours to get to where I'm going on the other side of Montana. Yeah, and tomorrow we're gonna be chasing some animals, but yeah, it's an adventure. I gotta document. I just drove into Wyoming, so just like Iowa, I had no clue I was gonna go through Iowa. I just drove into Wyoming. I had no idea that I was gonna be in Wyoming, so now I can say I've been to Wyoming. I guess I drove all the way east to west across South Dakota, and somehow or another South Dakota connects to Wyoming, and that's where I'm at. But I don't know how long I'm gonna be in Wyoming, but then we're gonna be in Montana. Alright, so I've gone through a couple different types of land in Wyoming, places with a bunch of pine trees where there's literally trees all over near the interstate and you can't see anywhere. And now I'm back in a pocket where we can see really far. See kind of what I'm looking at going down the road. You can see a long ways. But what I wanted to come on here and talk about really quick, you know, like I always do, even when I'm at home, I'm scanning the sides of the road, you know, as much as I safely can for critters. And I've saw two different pockets of these animals twice. And the first one I saw, you know, it was, I don't know, maybe 400 yards away, and it was white. It was like maybe 15 of these white deer-shaped animals, and I was like, I got elk and deer on the brain, right? So I was like, no, there's no way that that's whitetail, and I thought mule deer were darker than that, but maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. Those have got to be some mule deer out there. Then I saw another pocket of these animals several miles down the road. It's antelope. These jokers were like right by the interstate. I'm on Interstate 90, and this antelope, I just saw some antelope with my eyeballs. That's crazy to me. I mean, I'm out here in the middle of nowhere in Wyoming, and there's stinking antelope just running alongside the interstate. Like, that's crazy. I'd never seen antelope before with my eyes. My brain wasn't even thinking about antelope because I don't have an antelope tag or anything. But pretty cool. Just wanted to check in and say I saw some antelope, and I was pretty excited about it. Pretty cool. Well, I just passed into Montana. I've got 4.5 hours left to go, get to where I'm going, but kind of a whole lot of the same stuff now that I'm seeing. It's just lots and lots of hills. Back over to my left there's like snow on the mountains, but then over to my right it's just kind of, I guess, less steep hills. But let me tell you something. Driving through Wyoming, I saw so many antelope. I mean, there was a couple times I saw herds, I guess you call them a herd, of antelope. There were probably two different ones I saw that probably had 100 antelope. And then I felt like almost every mile, just along the Interstate 90 in Wyoming, I was seeing antelope everywhere. I'd never seen one in my life before, but I've seen some whitetail and some mule deer roadkill on the side of the road this whole stretch. But yeah, making it to Montana. Be there here in just a couple hours here. Almost there. Alright, now I'm about 30 minutes past Billings, Montana, and we're starting to get a little bit more to look at. We actually have more trees. We actually have trees to look at now. And I don't know if you want to call them mountains, but hills are a little bit closer to us there, and they have trees on them too. But getting deeper and deeper into Montana here. Getting into West Montana here now. the interstate. Get more hills and mountains and what have you. Up that way, there's snow up on the mountains. Well, I made it to Montana. You can see I'm hanging out with my buddy Clayton.
How's it going?
Y'all go check his channel out, The Adventure Cowboy. We're gonna be having a whole lot of fun this week. Stay tuned for a whole bunch more videos. Thanks for watching, guys. Hoo-dee-hoo.